Hey, what's up everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from KicksOnCourt.com. Today we have a new pickup. This is a shoe I've wanted forever. Most of you guys know already that I'm a huge Iverson fan. I've never been really able to afford his sneakers, not because they were out of my price range, but because back in the day you really only had one choice per year, at least when I was growing up. And then even then, when I started being able to afford my own sneakers, because I started working when I was like 13 years old, I still could literally only afford like a pair of sneakers every so often because I'm getting paid like minimum wage, which back then was like $6-7 an hour or something like that. So, you know, and then you're working like barely part-time because you're at school. So, you know, most of my choices were Jordans just because that's what was... that's what kind of got you that social status. Didn't really work for me, but you know, I tried anyways. So, but this is one of those shoes though that like I had been looking and looking and looking for, and they're nearly impossible to find. Luckily, System Psycho, you guys might know him already. If you don't, for whatever reason, his you know, link is going to be in the description box below. Go check out his channel. He's got awesome videos. But he was selling his personal collection. As soon as I saw that video, I was like, yo, this dude's gonna have some heat right here, because he is kind of just like me. We're like 90s kids, like 80s and 90s, and so we kind of are into the same stuff. And I knew that he had a bunch of stuff that I didn't have that I would want, and so I checked out the video and I hit him up as soon as I saw these and the Playoff 12s and another colorway of these also, or not the Playoff 12s, the black and red 12s. I missed out on those though. Somebody like jumped the gun on that. So, but anyways, this is it. This is the box. This is actually a retro from about 2005, 2006. For those of you that don't know, Reebok did do retros a while back. They just never really sold too well. This was celebrating the 10-year anniversary, and this is the shoe here. So inside, the box is nuts. It's just got all kinds of cool detail. I mean, this is stuff that only like really an Iverson fan would enjoy. So for someone like me, I like it. This is the paper, and then he even had the receipt in there. But it's got that stuff too. Like that's the that was the tattoo that he has. That was also the insole for the Answer 4, which is right here. You can see that part where it says I3 that comes across the toe. There's the eyelets and the zipper, and then this is the question, obviously. So all kinds of nice detail in there. I think it's dope. Comes with the original receipt, which is, I mean, it's so faded, like you literally can't see nothing. So, but he got these for like 69 bucks retail. Retail was $115. So everybody always, you know, used to sleep on Reebok and everything, and I mean, I understand, because like I said, like when you only have one choice per year, like you're gonna go with the hottest thing, which is gonna be a Jordan, and nowadays it's like a LeBron or a KD or a Kobe. So but one of the coolest things besides the sneakers itself is this booklet. Just says 10 years of heart, Allen Iverson, 10 years of heart. So it's got all this stuff. It's got quotes from him and everything. So it's the answer. It's got all these cool things. Man, if y'all remember the commercials, his crossovers were sick. So, but it's got all kinds of cool stuff in it. And one of the things that caught my attention was this right here. Like, I thought that was just awesome. You got the Reebok question up there. And then you have the answer. System Psycho, he actually had this colorway, but they've only been released once, and that was originally, that was back in like 97 or something. And so, or actually it was 97, it has the dates right here. But there you go. So I was just worried about like sole separation and stuff like that, so I didn't pick that colorway up, but that is my favorite colorway though. They also had a really dope one that was like a blue patent leather. Like they were, oh man, they were so fresh. But then you got the Answer 2s. I remember I had the blue ones of these. They were like a weird like suede or nubuck or something. I don't remember. Traction on those things sucked, but they were comfortable. And the Answer 3s are sick. That's like the best colorway, the Answer 3s. The Answer 4s, I'd never seen that colorway before. It's like a white and red. The Answer 5 is probably like the last like decent looking Iverson in my opinion, because when you get to the 6 and beyond, like I think that they're just ugly in my opinion. Or actually most of these, the original models were like an acquired taste as it is. So, but that's it. This video is freaking long already, dude. It's already like 5 minutes, so I'm sorry, but this is like memory lane for me. But that's it. We'll get into the shoes real quick. So here we go. This is like an acquired taste. Most people are probably going to think that these are hideous, and I completely understand. It's definitely not one of those sneakers that most people would look at and be like, yo, those are sick. But for someone like me, grew up in the 90s, you're an Iverson fan, like these are so fresh you don't even know. That logo, there's a stain behind it. I don't really care. I mean, these are old, so, and again, I've been looking for these forever, and I just couldn't find them. Leather on the uppers though, I mean, you could see it. You could see how nice that is. Like they don't put this on. Like Jordan Brand quality has been good lately. Like it's been getting better, but still, like this kind of leather right here, this is just that fresh stuff, dude. Like, man, I miss this stuff so bad. This reminds me of my childhood. You got this translucent sole with gold flakes in there. Way before LeBron did it. And I don't know if it's yellowing or not. I think it is, or it could just be the gold. I'm not sure. But, whatever. I don't care. So, they still look good to me. And it says Reebok back there. It's got 3M piping. Really comfortable, like sock liner. And then back here, it's got I don't know what that says. I'm not going to read it right now, but it's got all this stuff about Iverson back there. And then you knew back in the day that you were a boss when you had your name going down the tongue of the shoe. So that's dope. And then one of the coolest things I thought back in the day is when you were to lace these up all the way, they practically close up like this. And then you'd have that Reebok logo right there, and it'd come together. I thought that was pretty dope. You got that there. And this shoe, this has actual DMX technology. Like the Answer 4s, they were supposed to have the iPack, which is a pack here and a pack here with the chamber that connects. They don't, the retros, the newest ones. But this is actual DMX. This is their 10-pack. Like this is like, man, I don't even know how to describe it, dude. Like it's just like sex for your feet. Like I can't. That's the only way for me to describe it. They feel amazing. Like it's awesome. I've missed this technology so much. I wish that they'd do it more often, especially on that retro. The Answers. Like man, they missed the mark on that one, because that would have been like a perfect 10 for me as far as a retro is concerned. If it would have had everything on there. So, but basically, all of these little pods here, there's 5 of them, and there's 5 here. They're not really in like the best zones, in my opinion. I mean, most of your pressure point is going to be right here. So, and then most of the heel is going to be right there. So it's a little bit unstable as far as like today's tech and today's performance. But casually, they're freaking comfortable. So here's another look at the other one. There's no stain on this one here. So these are super dope, dude. Big thank you to System Psycho. He always hooks it up for good prices. He's not trying to go out there and hurt nobody's pockets. He's just trying to basically like recoup his money. So, this is a memory for me. So this is well worth it. Plus, I've been looking for these things forever. So, one thing is that I was talking earlier about the whole like I was worried about sole separation. This is the way to check for sole separation. Let me pull out the paper wads. So when you get a sneaker in and it's old, like these things have been worn a couple times, and so when I get an older pair, whether it's an old retro or an OG model, I personally would prefer them to be worn at least a few times, at least like a handful of times, because the heat and the pressure applied from the original wearer, it's going to actually bond the glue from the upper to the midsole to the outsole, so you're going to get less of a chance of separation. If it's something beyond 10 years old, like, you're probably going to have separation either way, whether it's been worn or not, just because the glue is so old. It's probably hard and dry and deteriorating at this point. But the way to check for sole separation is you grab the shoe. You don't need to do this for new shoes. This is for, like, if you're going to be doing a Craigslist deal or a trade or something like that with a buddy, and he's got an older pair, and you're like, yo, those are dope, and you want to make sure that they're wearable. This is what you do. So you basically take your thumb and you hold the shoe here. Hopefully get that out of the way so we can focus. And then you just press around the edges. You see that glue there? You want to press that, and it still stays together. It's still bonded. So these guys right here, like, this model is notorious for having that piece and that piece come off because of, like, the glue just wears out. You get stepped on. Like, this is for, like, when people used to play in their basketball shoes, unlike today. But, you know, so that's what I was concerned about, just, you know, making sure that they're wearable. You could do that all around the shoe because you'll get separation where you flex and all of that stuff. So you want to put pressure on every single section. Just try to pull the upper away from the midsole, and that's what you're going to be doing. And if it does not separate, they're wearable. So especially if it's got, like, something like a Phylon midsole. If you're working with something older with polyurethane midsole, really, I don't buy any of those. That's why I get all the retros now, like the 3s, the 4s, stuff like that, because anything from 99, 01 even, is too much of a risk that stuff will break or crack. And I actually want to wear my shoes, so that's why I will spend money on the retro, the 160 or whatever it is. So that's pretty much it. This is a real long video, I'm sorry, but the box was dope, the shoes are dope. Gave you a little tip about how to make sure that your sneakers are wearable if they're an older release. And for those of you that want to see it on feet, stay tuned, and thank you guys for all your support. Again, thank you to System Psycho, and until next time, guys, have a good one. Loving life, I don't even know the reason. Fans taking pictures with me, so I'm cheesing. Lately the good life's all that I've been seeing. Getting good brain like Brad from even Steven. Feel that beat, and we can ride the boogie. Share that